Lovely world. So I didn't know how to approach this video, but it took me a little bit of time to figure out how to say what I'm about to say in this video. Now, I don't intend to be a motivational speaker at all, ever in my life. But if there's one thing that I want to say is that someday, I'm not saying it's going to happen today or tomorrow or a year or 6 years or 5 years or 10 years or even 50 years down the road, but eventually someone is going to see me as a role model. Now, look, I'm not trying to say that you all have to be spiritualistic and open your third eye to everything that you do. Yes, we all have a third eye. And it may not be here on your forehead. It may not be, here in your heart. But you do have a third eye that sees things differently than your brain would see it, or your heart would feel it, or your soul would experience it, if you will. Now, I'm not saying every single person on this planet has flipped a switch in their brain and turned things on like that. It doesn't happen in the blink of an eye, because that's not how things work. Things work in time, because time is the most important thing that we all have on this earth. We all have that spiritual awakening inside of us that we haven't awoke yet, or haven't felt to the best of our abilities. And it's not just spiritualistically. It's not, there's emotions that go into it. There's heart and feelings, and there's so much more than just opening that third eye that sees things in a light that you've never felt or seen them before. And I'm not saying it as, in a sexual manner. That's not what I'm trying to say. Look, we all have something inside of us that needs to be awoken. And it may be, it has to do, and I'm not trying to get all weird and creepy and stuff like that on you, but we do have those 7 chakras that live inside of us. And there is that third eye that sees things for what they should be and what they can be. And that third eye, it may not, I don't know why I keep pointing to my forehead, because that's not where the third eye is. It's wherever you want that third eye to be. We have 7 chakras that live from right below our neck down to the bottom of our stomachs. I don't know what all of the chakras are, or what there's one for heart, there's one for sight, there's a bunch I think there's one for feeling. There's just so much that we should be learning about. And I'm not trying to be a spiritualistic person here. I'm not trying to be a hippie. I'm not trying any of those things. I'm just saying that we all have these chakras that need to be aligned. Because if they're not aligned, then you're not who you're supposed to be. You're not meant to be that person that you want to be. And each one of these chakras, whether you meditate, whether you use crystals, whatever it is, you need to. I'm not saying this to be mean or disrespectful or anything like that. I'm saying, look, all of us have our own variations of what each chakra means to us. We all have the third eye. We all have different spiritualistic experiences that we need to experience in order to live our lives better. And I'm not trying to be, a medium or, someone who, reads tarot cards or tells you how to live your life the way you should or shouldn't live it. But like I said, we all have those 7 chakras that live inside of us. And it really depends on how those chakras are aligned and how our spiritual guides inside of us want us to live our lives. And it's not just that. It's not just that. We all have our own different variations of emotions that we run through every single day. It could range from 20 emotions, it could range from 50 emotions, it could range upwards of 100 or more emotions throughout a day. And that's fine. And your heart knows what it wants. Your brain knows how to work the best it can. And your soul is there to guide you along the way of all of these things that you go through in a day. Whether it's a bad decision that you make, whether it's a good decision you make, whether it's your heart that's felt heartbreak or has felt love, or any emotion that's a strong emotion that your heart has felt. That is what's important. To live and experience what your heart wants you to experience, and what your brain wants you to visualize and see, and all of those waves that are running through your brain, and those 7 chakras that I listed before. I don't know what every single chakra is, but I do know that there's love in one chakra. There's hate in another chakra. There's everything you could possibly think of in every single one of those chakras. And that third eye I was referring to. The third eye allows you to see things that may yet to come. And that's what you guys need to realize. That I know I'm repeating myself a bunch in this video, but I need to make my point clear. If your heart is telling you to do one thing and your brain is telling you to do that exact same thing, or if their wires are crossed, don't do that thing, or do something that will make your heart and your brain and your chakras and your third eye all agree on something. And meditate. That's the most important thing you can do here is meditate. Do yoga. Do some form of, something that helps you, get all those chakras that you have inside of you to align in some way. Because I can tell you right now, my chakras are all over the place. My third eye is so confused and doesn't know what it wants to do. And I should be meditating more. I should be doing more yoga and stuff like that. And I know that. And, that's what's important. Is that I'm not trying to tell you to be spiritualistic. I'm not telling you to do anything that you're not comfortable with doing. But if you want to have those chakras aligned inside of you and want your third eye to be open, meditate. Get crystals that'll help, align those chakras or whatever it is. Just do what you need to do to make sure that your heart, your brain, and your third eye are all on the same wavelength that they should be. And if they're not, try meditating. Try, having crystals around you and while you're meditating, and just try to be the best version of yourself. Try to do what you need to do to make sure that you are who those things inside of us, our heart, our soul, our brain, our chakras, all of that need to be on the same thing, basically, on the same direction, same path, to tell you where you need your life to go. And I can't tell you that for yourself. You have to find that out for yourself. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my, chakras aligned, how to, awake that third eye that we all, yes, and I know it sounds like I'm saying we all have chakras. We all have that third eye. And sometimes that third eye sleeps for a long period of time. Sometimes the chakras that we have inside of us are all over the map in our bodies. And I'm not saying you have to go on a spiritualistic retreat or you have to become a hippie in order to do that, or anything like that. Just sit down, do some meditation, close your eyes for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long it takes you, and visualize what your world could be like when you're done meditating, or when you're done having those crystals around you that could awaken that third eye and make you see things more clearly and all of that stuff. That's what I want you guys to take away from this video today. And I know it may not make a whole lot of sense to a lot of you, but the fact of the matter is that you need your heart to continue to beat. You need your brain to continue to give you good advice and stuff like that. You need your soul to be there to guide your heart and your brain to the right path. But you also need your chakras. You also need that third eye to be awoken and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm not an expert. I don't intend to be an expert. I'm just telling you that that's what's important in life, is that you're not just emotional and mentally there. You have to be spiritually there as well. That's the most important thing. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have an amazing day and you have the best birthday you can in these difficult times, whatever age you're celebrating. And I will see you tomorrow with a brand spanking new vlog. Bye-bye.